Every United Methodist should visit the Strawbridge Shrine because this heritage belongs to them.
This is the kitchen of the original Strawbridge house, and it does date back to the 1760s.
Years before the American Revolution, the seeds of Methodism in the New World were planted in rural Maryland. Robert and Elizabeth Strawbridge were hardworking farmers who also found time to make disciples.
Well, you can actually crawl into the root cellar, where the founder of United Methodism in America stored the potatoes that he had dug with his own hands. You get a sense that, hey, wait a minute, life was pretty difficult back then. And yet this person not only had to survive by feeding themselves, but took the time to run all around on horseback and feed the souls of others with the message of Christ.
Robert was a circuit rider. Elizabeth ran the farm while Robert was away, and neighbors often came over to help. Elizabeth would invite them to stay for a meal, during which she might witness to her faith. One of these dinners led John Evans to become the very first convert to Methodism in America.
This is where John Evans sat when he received Jesus Christ at the invitation of Elizabeth Strawbridge.
The First Society of Methodism moved to the nearby home of John and Eleanor Evans in 1768.
It was church. It was all that there was at that time until they outgrew the space.
These are ordinary men and women doing the best that they could under ordinary circumstances, and they achieved great things out of that.
The Reverend Francis Asbury preached here and acknowledged in his journal that this was the birthplace of American Methodism. But he did not always see eye to eye with Robert Strawbridge.
They were not the best of friends. They did not agree on matters of church. Francis Asbury, of course, was very strict according to Wesley's instructions. You needed to be ordained in order to offer communion and baptism. Robert baptized, offered communion, and was never ordained.
A display features some notable early Methodists who strengthened their faith here.
What we've done is put a chart, if you will, of some of the people that Strawbridge influenced. One of those being Freeborn Garretson, who after he heard Robert Strawbridge preach here at this site, went home and freed his slaves.
African Americans joined the movement early on. Annie Schweitzer, a slave, was a member of that first Methodist class. Jacob Toogood was also a slave who became a preacher.
And the angel of the Lord stood before them.
All these people who were the circuit riders and the foundational ministers of Methodism, none of them were ordained clergy. And so one of the important things that we're trying to preserve here at the shrine is the idea that the United Methodist Church, it's not some place that you come to hear your ordained preacher speak. It's a place that you come to get your charge to go out in the world and do God's work.
This video was brought to you by the people of the United Methodist Church through World Service donations.